Welcome back at 8:12. One of the biggest holiday traditions in America, the Christmas Spectacular starring the Radio City Rockettes this year. A little extra special as the Rockettes celebrate their 100th anniversary.
And did you know that one of these famous high-kicking dancers is from right here in Tampa Bay? 10 Tampa Bay News anchor Caitlin Lockerbie has the story of the Rockette dancer who started at Mary Jo's Performing Arts Academy.
So tell me how you got your start there. What a dream role. I think any dancer growing up, you think Broadway and New York and the stage and the Rockettes, that's like the pinnacle, right?
Yeah, it is. I mean, it has been a lifelong dream for sure. I grew up dancing, started at Mary Jo's at 5 years old and went all the way up until I graduated high school at 18. I moved up here at 18, which was very bold of me, I'd say. But I went to Pace University in Lower Manhattan, and I learned from a lot of amazing teachers growing up. I think I had a huge support system, not only with my family and my dance teachers, but I really had a great support system once I got up to New York. I learned from a lot of former Rockettes that were my professors in college. So it was kind of always right there. People were like, you should be a Rockette. And I was like, okay, I'll try, we'll see how it goes. I knew I wanted to live in New York. I had visited multiple times from like age 6 to 18. I was always visiting once or twice a year, and it always felt like home. So I decided to pack up my bags and move up here, and I auditioned for the Rockettes 3 times before making it back in 2021. And I've been here ever since, and it's honestly been the best decision I could have ever made.
That's so cool. So we're at the tail end of October, heading into November now. So this is when the season really kicks off. But how long have you guys been working up? What goes into putting on the Christmas Spectacular?
So our rehearsal schedule is pretty grueling. We do 6 hours a day, 6 days a week for about 6 weeks leading up to our shows. Our shows actually open on November 6th, so we're really close to an audience. Right now we're currently in our technical rehearsals where we add in the lights. Our stage moves. We have a lot of truly moving parts. So we're really getting into that more stage-like performance, which is exciting. Our rehearsal schedule, like I said, is 6 hours a day, 6 days a week. So we are on our feet dancing all day, every day. This year is actually extra special, I would say. When you walk into the theater, like every year, Radio City Music Hall is turned into a true winter wonderland. This year is even extra special. We have activations on site about the Rockettes' legacy. So you're learning about the history of each woman that has come across this stage, which is really, really magical.
You're in your 5th year. What's your favorite part about it? What would you tell people who haven't seen it before?
Gosh, I mean, there's so many parts of the show that are so iconic. I think one of my favorite moments in the show is when we do our New York at Christmas number, because if you've never been to New York, we kind of take you on that tour of New York City, the Rockettes. So we enter the stage in a cute little jacket with a hat muff on, and we get onto a real life-size double-decker bus, and that bus drives around the stage and we take you on a tour of New York. So you see Columbus Circle, you see Central Park, you see Times Square, and then we do a sneaky little costume change. I won't reveal any surprises, but we get off the bus in Times Square and we do a big production number where the ensemble, the singers, we have ice skaters. It just is the most magical part of the show, and it's right in the center. So if you're coming, you can expect huge production numbers like that. But it's also cool. You get to see New York from your seats, which I think is really special.
Oh, it's awesome. It's such a cool show. What would you say to girls who would look up to you? You paved the way for them out of Tampa Bay. You're our own hometown dancer there.
Yeah.
You're bright lights, big city on the big stage. What would you say to somebody watching who's like, I want to do it?
Yeah, I mean, as cheesy as it is, I would say never give up. But I also think with that, I mean, there were plenty of times that I heard, you're not ready yet, not this time. Things like that. I think timing is also everything. I think you can totally know one day I'm going to do that. There were plenty of times that I watched this show in the audience, whether I was in that back row of the mezzanine or I was sitting in the orchestra area. I knew I could do that one day, and I would look at my mom and say, I'm going to dance up there. I'm going to do it. But when I would go to the audition and maybe get a no those 3 times, I was like, maybe it's not my time quite yet. So I think really paying attention to, you could get up there and you can do the job, whether it doesn't even have to be dance or the Rockettes. It could be if you want to be a doctor, like maybe you need an extra, an extra push before you get there. So I would say truly follow your dreams and never give up, but understand that the timing is everything and that your timing will come no matter what that end goal is going to be.